Australopithecines, the earliest human-like creatures that flourished in eastern and southern Africa 3 to 4 million years ago. Hominid, humans and other human-like creatures that walk upright. Homo erectus, meaning upright human being, a species that emerged around 1.5 million years ago and marked the second stage of early human development. Homo sapien, meaning wise human being, a species that emerged around 250,000 years ago and marked the third stage in human development. Neanderthal, type of Homo sapiens that lived in Europe and the Middle East between 100,000 and 30,000 BC. Homo sapiens sapiens, meaning wise human being, a species that appeared in Africa between 150,000 and 200,000 years ago. They were the first anatomically modern humans.
What's wrong with me?
Cuneiform, meaning wedge-shaped, a system of writing developed by the Sumerians using a reed stylus to create wedge-shaped impressions on a clay tablet. The most common of the various titles for ancient Egyptian monarchs, the term originally meant great house or palace. Hieroglyphics, meaning priest carvings or sacred writings, a complex system of writing that used both pictures and more abstract forms, used by the ancient Egyptians and Mayans. Hieratic script, simplified version of hieroglyphics used in ancient Egypt for business transactions, record keeping, and the general needs of daily life. The primary feature of India's climate is the monsoon, a seasonal wind pattern in southern Asia. Caste system, a set of rigid categories in ancient India that determine a person's occupation and economic potential, as well as his or her position in society, based partly on skin color.
Vinyl black stilettos and fake eyelashes.
Karma. In Hinduism, the force generated by a person's actions that determines how the person will be reborn in the next life. Pilgrim. A person who travels to a shrine or other holy place. Legalism. A popular philosophy developed in China toward the end of the Zhou dynasty. It proposes that human beings are evil by nature and can only be brought to the correct path by harsh laws.
Let's have some fun, this beat is sick. I wanna take a ride on your disco stick. Let's have some fun, this beat is sick.
Epic poem. A long poem that tells the deeds of a great hero such as the Iliad and the Odyssey of Homer.
Yo, listen up, here's the story.
It was said that when Alexander was born, there was a flash of lightning, thunder resounded. The earth trembled and the world shook. Afterwards, from the man who became a great conqueror, Alexander received his formal education from the Greek philosopher Aristotle, who served as his tutor. Unlike many of the Greeks, however, Alexander held a global view. He considered Persians and other non-Greeks to be the equal of Greeks. He envisioned a world in which mixed cultures would live together under his control. Of course, to this end, he encouraged his generals to marry Persian princesses, and he married two himself. Acropolis, a fortified gathering place at the top of a hill which was sometimes the site of temples and public buildings. Agora, an open area that served as a gathering place and as a market. Phalanx, a wall of shields created by foot soldiers marching close together in a rectangular formation.
Yeah.
Democracy, the rule of the many. Ostracism, the process for temporarily banning ambitious politicians from the city by popular vote. Patrician, great landowners, they formed the ruling class in the Roman patricians. Praetor, an official of the Roman Republic in charge of enforcing civil law.
Tell me what your spirit says, show me what you pray. Teach me every single part, I'll be your God.
Dictator, an absolute ruler. Insulae, Roman apartment blocks constructed of concrete.
You say yes, I say no.
Plague, an epidemic disease.
Hiya, Bobby.
Hi, Ken.
You wanna go for a ride?
Sure, Ken.
Jump in.
I'm a Bobby girl in the Bobby world.
Conquistador, a Spanish conqueror of the Americas. Colony, a settlement of people living in a new territory linked with the parent country by trade and direct government control. Balance of trade, the difference in value between what a nation imports and what it exports over time.
Push me, and then just touch me.
Plantation, a large agricultural estate. The main reason for exploration was profit. For others, exploration was increased by the quest for knowledge about the world in which Europeans lived. Columbian exchange, an exchange of ideas, cultures, diseases, and food between Europe, South Central America, and Africa. Jamestown, the first successful English settlement in the Americas. Federal government, they can make money, declare war, and control trade between the states. State government, they control divorce, marriage, and education. Together they can build roads, pay taxes, and punish lawbreakers.